in this case, black men, try to get all the black men together under one idea, and it would have went down in flames. And that brings me, and it's my show, so I can name names, because I'm going to air it all out tonight. That brings me to Reg the Bad Guy and his retinue of losers over the weekend. Because in nearly 6 hours, 6 hours, the most they can talk about with the Black Manosphere meetup is how I look. Now we know the reason why Reg has such a bug up his behind about gay this, gay that. Kitten heels this, kitten heels that. Now we know the reason why. I suggest that Reg is projecting. It's a very well-known, psychological concept. That which you cannot accept within yourself, you project onto others. That might explain his, dry dickness, if you will. That might explain his, not being with a woman since, Obama was in the White House. That might explain it. That just might explain it. Yeah. Yeah. That just might explain things. Because the last thing that's on my mind, personally, I don't know about anybody else listening, but the last thing that's on my mind, I got to tell you, the last thing that's on my mind, if I'm giving a breakdown of what I think happened at the Black Manosphere meetup, if it's me, the last thing I'm thinking about is how a man look.
Facts.
That's the last thing I want to talk about.
Yeah, that's Reg bad guy, man. Homosexual.
Seriously, that's the last thing I want to talk about is how any man look. I'm talking about, what they talked about, what the turnout was. Did anybody go and could I talk to anybody that attended? Who were the speakers? What did they talk about? I'm not going to spend hours and hours debating how a man looks. Now, you always got to consider the source. And I've been saying this for quite some time now. Those who have listened to me for any period of time will know this. Back when I began my own, I guess you could say, evolution in the fall of 2018 will know this. I found something that was very interesting. When I got suited and booted for the first time on YouTube, I found something very interesting. The lovely ladies got very quiet. Granted that, they may not have been, effusive with praise. They just got real quiet. See, it's not always what you say that indicts you, but what you don't say that indicts you. Sisters got real quiet. But you want to know the main ones who are out there talking cash, sugar, honey, iced tea? It was other black men. Now, that's about to be 4 years ago. It was 3 years ago it happened. When the calendar turns January 1, it'd be 4 years. And I found that ever since the fall of 2018, every time I turn around and make a move in the direction of self-improvement, which is supposed to be what these guys are all about. Right, Reg? Right, Super Sly? Every time I make a move in that direction, black men, and I'm going to be very clear about who I'm talking about in a minute, if you haven't already figured it out, they got something to say about it. It's not black women. Black women have been very quiet with regard to the Oman in particular the past few years, with regard to the Black Manosphere and the Black Manosphere meetup, I haven't heard one sister be critical of it. Not one. I have yet to hear about it.
I had a few, Verbal and Faith.
And I'm pretty sure, given who I am, you know, in this space, given my stature, I would have heard about it by now if somebody was talking cash, you know what about it. If there were sisters out there talking cash, sugar, honey, iced tea about the Black Manosphere meetup the way Reg da Bad Guy and company were doing, believe me, I would have heard about it. I would have got all kind of DMs and texts and emails about it. I would have. By now. I've been home since Monday. So I would have heard about it. So I haven't. So therefore, I'm going to rightly assume, that there are no sisters out there that's got a problem with it. And I'm going to assume that the only brothers that have a problem with it are brothers like Reg. Which is to say, losers.
He's jealous of you, Obsidian.
Because only losers sit around talking about how other men look, especially when they're not nothing to look at themselves. Especially. They ain't nothing to look at themselves.
Fat ass nigga, man.
Now you would think a man that's staring down 60 and is older than me would be too old to be doing some stuff like this. But it just goes to show you the state of arrested development and just straight loserdom that Reg is in.
He ain't accomplished nothing in his life, man.
That just goes to show you.
Reg a hoe. That's a grandpa. The grandpa of the manosphere.
Instead of just simply saying, for all of his talk about black men helping black men, you would think he would be the first one saying, you know what, man? Hey, kudos to those dudes for doing what they do and we move on and find something else to talk about. Nope. And the argument goes something like this. Here's the argument. The argument is that since Obsidian in particular has been talking so much cash, you know what, about black women and about Derrick Jackson, he shouldn't be saying nothing because look at him. Yeah, take a good look at me. Go over to my community tab right now, if you haven't seen it already, and look at 5 side-by-side pics of yours truly from 1998 to present. Go and take a look for yourself.
He ain't going in on this dumbass.
When I talk about the ladies needing to lose weight, go and take a look for yourself. I walk it like I talk it.